Jem here with your weekly reading. Just want to check in. It's a bit of a funky energy day today, so I'm just seeing what's sort of coming up this week, what's going on for us. So as always, it's a general message, just take what resonates. But just starting with the influence, so the bottom of the deck, we have Page of Pentacles. Now this is all about new opportunities, new beginnings, new ideas. We do also have a new moon on October 6th, so depending on where you are in the world, that's sort of a couple of days away. So there is that new energy coming in, and maybe you can already feel it. Like maybe you're a bit antsy. You sort of maybe have had some ideas popping up to do with like your career or your health habits or something. But just know that if you have been on the hunt for maybe a new opportunity, or you're looking at changing your path in some way, shape or form, this new moon I think is going to be really encouraging, because there is that newness I can feel coming through. So utilize it, guys. But let's have a look at what is going on this week. Okay. All right, so we do have the Six of Swords. So this is a smoother energy coming through. I keep hearing week's end when I say this. So, I feel like this might not sort of feel until towards closer to the end of the week and after the new moon. But just remember that there is some smoother energy coming through. I feel like that's probably where this anticipation is sitting a little bit. It's just, I feel as though things have just like got a bit bumpy with the retrogrades, and now it's like, what the fuck is happening? Excuse my French. But we are sort of coming out the other side of the storm, I almost want to say. Like, it's been some rough waters, emotional waters for a lot, but just know that we are sort of coming on the other side of that now. So it's, again, always, it might not be happening right in this moment when you see this reading, but the energy is going to feel smoother soon. Okay, so just know that all this challenging energy, all this emotional energy, all this frustrating energy, whatever it is you're feeling, it's natural, because what we feel, we process, and then we release, and then we can move forward into new energy. So, just always be mindful that whatever's coming up is just asking to be released. Don't judge it. No need to attach to it. Identify the lessons and let it go, okay? Because that's how we get to the other side. But we are coming into the other side. I feel like the notion I'm getting, and very similar to the card, it's like you've been out at sea, it's been rough, it's been choppy, it's been wet, it's been rainy, and all of a sudden you're kind of like sailing into the harbor and you're just like, oh my God. It's like the relief to see the stillness of the water, the safety of the land. We're getting there, guys. We are so close. On that as well, we have the Queen of Swords. So this is, again, it's that empowering energy of knowing what you want, cutting through the bullshit, and just being very discerning on what you're involving your energy in. I feel as though, like, what I'm seeing, I'm sort of seeing that movie scene. Like, if you see the movies and there's like either someone's like famous, or they're like an author and they're signing books, or they're signing CDs or whatever it is, and they're just sort of autopilot, next. And then, all of a sudden, like, that one person comes in the line and it's an old family friend or an old lover or something, and like they stop and they're like, oh my God, they like capture their attention. So I feel like for like a lot of us, it's about processing, but only really investing your energy into what's important. And that's not to say like you can't do whatever you want, really, but it's just saying, like, when you know what you want and your heart is set on certain things, the more time you spend investing your energy and resources into things that aren't contributing to that goal, that dream, that fulfillment, you are wasting your energy. When you know exactly what you want, you know what you go through. Like I said, it's a bit cutthroat. It sounds a little bit harsh, but that's what the Queen of Swords is. She knows that she doesn't need to get all caught up in. And maybe for some of you, especially with the world events right now, it's like you're tired of getting caught up in small talk, in petty arguments online, listening to people talk good and bad about everything that's going on. And you're just like, you know what? I'm just going to go do me, because I'm frankly sick of this. So that's what all this turbulence has been. That's what all this stormy weather has been. It's been like, what is important to you and where are you investing your energy into it that is serving your goal, and where are you investing your energy into it which is not. And it's not to say that your friends or your family or anything like that aren't worth your time, but it is really time to start standing firm in what you want and acting accordingly. Okay, Queen of Swords acts accordingly. She knows what she wants. Like I said, can be a little bit cutthroat, so just be gentle. But, also you need to just start really cutting out the crap that is not contributing to that future you, that future dream, that whatever. And not being afraid. Not being afraid to let go and cutting ties with things and people and behaviors that aren't contributing to that future self. Okay? This time of turbulence has been a rapid, expansive time of growth. And like I said, we are going to come out into that energy where we're like, okay, that's it. Does this serve me? Is this getting me to where I want to be? No? Okay, time to go. Bye. We just don't really have the time for bullshit anymore. I feel like that's it. We're discerning against what we're absorbing our energy in, and a lot of it has just got to the point where it's like, this is not helpful to me. It's not helpful to my contribution here on this existence. So I'm going to just go and do me. Okay? So it's a very sort of, like I said, it's a very feminine flow, but it's also very directed. So just embrace it. Finishing off, we do have the Knight of Cups. So this is action towards emotional fulfillment. Now, this can be a relationship for some. I am seeing, for some, I am seeing like a potential movement in towards like a new relationship or even just a new dating experience. Again, like I'm sort of seeing like this Queen of Swords, she's like, okay, I know what I want now. I'm going to just be open to the opportunities, and that opportunity will present itself. But again, you're in a position now where you're like, okay, well, this is what I want. This is what I need. Are we on the same page? Yes or no? Again, act accordingly. So I feel like for some of you, there's going to be a few offers, but I'm also feeling this is going to be romantically, and for some of you, it will be based just around new opportunities, maybe moving, jobs, financial opportunities. Again, just generally. So there's going to be some action and opportunities start showing up for you, but this is also saying to take action towards those emotional fulfilling goals. So, you can't just sit on your couch and wait for someone to offer you a job. Like, you need to look for a job and send your resume, but it's also saying don't be online flogging out resumes every day for hours on end. Just, again, when it feels good, do it. If it doesn't. Apply for things you actually want. Don't just apply for work for the sake of work. And again, with relationships, like don't just be jumping on dating apps and picking any person, but also just be actively open and very firm and communicative with your boundaries and your expectations. Okay, that is pretty well the overall energy of this week and moving forward. It's taking the old crap out of the way and saying, you know what, I have done XYZ according to society, family, my limiting beliefs, and it just keeps throwing me in this spin cycle, and I'm tired of getting thrown around. I'm tired of being bashed and bruised. I'm tired of having to complete these patterns. But now we're coming onto the other side of that. We can see where we need to act and show up for ourselves, and when we need to take action, and when we need to be absolutely open and honest with our needs and our intentions when coming towards people, jobs, financial opportunities, friendships, etc., etc. Okay, so like I said, lots of new opportunities coming in, lots of new energy coming in, and that can be, like I said, career, relationships, healthy habits, financials, new locations, maybe you want a new car, start a new business, all these ideas. That's the thing with Mercury retrograde as well. It creates a lot of head noise where we review things, we might go through and see exactly what we want and start taking notes, but it is advised to not necessarily put anything into high gear right now. It does finish in a couple of weeks, Mercury retrograde, so definitely use your new moon to, set these intentions, get really specific if you're after a specific goal, relationship, etc. And just know that, that you're worth it. And you know that you've tried and tested society's way, your parents' way, your friends' way, your partner's way. And now it's really a time if that's not working and hasn't worked, what if you took a chance on just trusting yourself and going with that instead? Okay, so very empowering message from Spirit this week. Like I said, that queen energy, and it's not gender specific, it's just that knowing and trusting in your heart the direction you want to go and acting accordingly. And if it doesn't match your vibration, if it doesn't match your overall goal, you keep going. Okay, so let's get it, guys. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful. The link is in the description as well if you want to book a private reading. But just know things are still probably going to feel a little bit weird and maybe even a little bit turbulent for a few more days. But like I said, come week's end and moving forward, we're going to start seeing some smoother waters. Retrogrades are going to clean up. The energy's going to just chill out a bit. So here's to that. Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.